It's not bad. It's actually a pretty good setup. Don't know how long it's going to be quiet over here. I'm at a public spot, but I found kind of a quiet area of this public spot to sit down and hop on live and do my morning talk show. So here I am. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing well, Peter.
All right.
As soon as I start talking, we get some traffic, but either way, he works here, so I'm sure he's got more important things to do than sit down at the table and listen to me talk to you guys. But good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Wednesday morning. It is 7 a.m. It is, what is it? It is November 20th. This is a little show I've been doing for quite some time, and it is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some adventures, sharing a little bit about the feelings of one man as he navigates life, maybe some lessons I pick up along the way. Yeah, but for those who have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. You know it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. Hold on, I have a little cheat sheet. Sometimes I take notes of things I want to talk about during the night or that come to mind. Had forgotten that in my bag. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, good morning, Jack. Like I said, it's not just a show about me talking. And I just picked up a nice hot cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and I am extremely excited to have my first sip at this relatively late hour for me. Hello, beautiful. My hope is that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. I'll tell you, it doesn't have the huge flavor of the Starbucks Sumatra, and it doesn't have the pumpkin spice I'd almost gotten spoiled with over the last couple years, or just a flavored coffee of interest. But really, as far as just I'm almost think if I was going to describe what coffee was and give it to a stranger and say, this is coffee, this would be what I would anticipate coffee. It's got some cream in it. It's Dunkin' Donuts, so it's not too strong or too surprising, if you will. And I tell you what, it tastes pretty good this morning. So I'm going to have another sip. Yeah, anyway, it is Wednesday morning. I'm feeling a little out of it. I am feeling a little bit out of it. User says they love the cup seasonal branding by Dunkin'. Truly wants to know what my Dunkin' order is. It's an extra large coffee with cream. Good morning, right? And Jim, I'm on the road, and Brian wants to know if I'm talking to somebody else. No, but I do have somebody coming by periodically. Doing a little work. I'm at my gym. I joined a gym last week, or not, maybe last week. Yeah, it was probably last Friday. And this is my fourth day in a row joining. I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois, and joined a gym called the Fort Hill Athletic Center. And I woke up this morning. I knew I wanted to get some coffee. I knew I wanted to get in a workout this morning. I got a few things I need to take care of today. And thought this would be a great place to start my day. Thought it'd be a great place to start my day. I'm feeling a little out of it. I'm feeling a little confused. Brian's saying I'm looking off camera. Well, I sometimes don't even like to look at the comments, and sometimes I just talk. And again, I'm not in my regular place, if I have a regular place, and I'm not sure I do anymore. I'm not sure I do anymore, and I'm feeling a little out of sorts. Good morning, Ryan. Hello, Irene. But I'm thankful to be here right now, so let's drink a little more coffee. Oh. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm real well. Alexandra, thank you for sending me the heart me. I'm a little, I think I'm just a little insecure because I have some people walking by periodically, and I don't know if I'm in the right spot. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm in the right spot. Feel a little uncomfortable with people walking by. It's one thing when I'm out. I do my, Ryan's asking, what do I mean by not having a regular place? I've been moving, I move around my coffee show. I've been doing this show for 5.5 years, and I move it around. It comes with me. It comes with me. I was in Yellowstone this year, and I found various places in Yellowstone where I felt fairly comfortable doing my show. There's been times I've had to work real early in the morning, and I did it outside of the Target I was working at. I found a Starbucks right in front of my Target and would do my show there. I've done it all sorts of places. I've done it on the street corner. I've done it at home. I've done it in various homes. Let me tell you, various homes. Jack's wondering if it's too cold outside. Well, it's kind of wet and raw. And it's kind of wet and raw, and I don't feel like sitting out in wet and raw environment right now. So I guess it's too cold outside. But anyway, so I'm feeling a little out of sorts today. I had a good night's sleep. I had some interesting questions. Again, I've been doing the show a long time, and it started 5 years ago, kind of when I needed to talk and had something to say and wanted to get stuff off my chest. And I'm a guy that's struggled with anxiety a little bit most of his life and tends to worry about everything. So I hear a noise over there, and maybe that's, I'm jumpy as heck. I am jumpy as heck. I was on an interview the other day, and I was at a restaurant. It was a high-end restaurant in the area. And I was looking around, looking at the stuff in the restaurant, and the manager of the whole place said, "Good morning," or something. And I had my back turned, and I went, "Ah!" I chuckled. I got a laugh out of it, and said that's the way I like to start my interviews, being startled. But anyway, hey, thank you so much for following The Live Creator. I appreciate that a lot. I really do. As I said, I was doing this show for 5.5 years. And I have been doing this show for 5.5 years. It grows a little bit every day. I enjoy doing it. I don't know why, but people like hopping on and watching me talk while I'm drinking my coffee. So if people want to hop on while I'm drinking my coffee, it'd be rude of me not to. Hey, thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate that. Beautiful. I appreciate that a lot. So here's to you. But anyway, a guy had asked me a question on one of my videos last night. I post most of these live videos that I do. I go live on TikTok every morning. I post them to various social media platforms. I edit them, and I'm about 4 weeks behind in my editing process. And a guy asked me a question about what my ideal job would be. And it got me thinking. It was... and I couldn't come up with an answer really for it. And it started making me wonder, what is the point of a job, or what is the point of work? Is it for satisfaction? Is it for changing the world? Is it for making a difference? Is it for paying bills? And I've been doing this show a while. It grows every day. I'm starting to get a little revenue on it, and I see unlimited upside potential monetarily from doing this, because the show grows every day, and the revenue grows every day, and my audience grows every day. And for some reason, it seems to work and resonate with an audience. Alexander said, I think the point varies throughout life. Yeah, because I was driving around going, okay, I think this show's working and it's taken off and I'm making money and I think pretty soon I could do this solely. Not have, right now I'm waiting tables. I wait tables a few nights a week at a nice restaurant here in Naperville. But the revenue's growing here and I've cut my cost to a point where I'm not going to need a lot of outside income for long. And it has me wondering, what would I do what is my ideal job? What is my ideal job? Would this be enough? Would waking up every morning. Good morning, Kim Williams. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Sandra Lynn. Would waking up every morning, if it was making all the money in the world, would that be enough? Would this be my ideal job? Would I need to do it on TV? Would I need to do it on the radio? Would I need to do public speaking? What is my ideal job? And again, it got me kind of contemplative, if you will, and wondering. I do this. I think it'd be a job you'd probably do money aside. Probably a job you'd do money aside. But I'm not sure. I was driving by a bunch of car dealerships on the way to the gym I'm at today. And for some reason, the thought of selling cars always seemed kind of fun. The thought of selling cars always seemed fun to me. And maybe it seems fun if you do it a couple hours a day and didn't have to come in at 6 days a week and punch in at 9 and leave at 6 or whatever their hours might be, and didn't have to go to work. But driving by these dealerships, it kind of got me excited. Maybe a DJ. Would I want to do that? Would I want to do that? I know the job would have to make a difference. I know the job would have to make a difference. And I think doing this makes a difference. I know it does. I know it does. I know it does. So is this my ideal job? Is this my ideal job? Maybe it is. Maybe if I was waking up in my 3-bedroom, 2-bath, split level, with a nice fenced yard and the 2-car garage, and going down to my coffee maker and selecting which coffee I'm gonna brew, and going to some sort of nice, comfortable setting. Somebody said removed from reality. It made me chuckle because on my ride out here, I was wondering what would be my ideal job. What would be enough? How much of a difference do I want to make? And as my mind has a tendency to do, it starts going up. It starts going up. And I'm going, would I want to be president? I don't know. Would you guys want to be president? What would be your ideal job? Are you doing it? I hope you are. And if not, why are you working? Do you work to pay bills? Is that it? Is that it? Because again, I cut my costs a ton in the last couple weeks. And I can pay my bills. I mean, I don't have everything I want, for sure. And maybe that's where spirituality maybe that's where, good morning, Julie Flanagan. Maybe that's where Carolina says her job is to provide for her family. Do I regret not saving my money when I was a stockbroker in the early 90s? Not even slightly. Not even slightly. I mean, no. That's such a no. God, if I regretted that, I have a lot more in life I could regret than the fact that I didn't save my money when I was a stock. I would have had to have been a different person. I would have had to have been a different person to, it's not what I was doing. Yeah. Oh, it's good. So I don't know. And I think not only was I going to do my show here at the Fort Hill Athletic Center this morning, so I was a little disoriented about that. But I had this weighing on me. What do I want to do when I grow up? And why would I want to do it? Somebody, Carolina asked, is the Kia actually comfortable to sleep in? I'm just curious. Sleeping's not an issue. I was thinking about it last night. Okay, I picked up my kids last night. And I realized the main reason I want a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with a fenced yard and a 2-car garage is because I have 2 beautiful kids. And I dream of having them spend the night and spend periods of time with their dad and getting loved on by their dad and playing ball in the backyard or going for walks or going to get ice cream cones. But without them, and I mean, I need that because I had them last night. And I've got a 2-year-old girl, Eve, and a 3.5-year-old son, Augie, who has Down syndrome. And the reason that's relevant, because he has Down syndrome, he's a little developmentally behind, and he's about the size and maturity level of a 2-year-old boy, despite being 3.5. And let me tell you, and I was staying on an extended stay for the previous 3 months, and the issue I had with that was that it wasn't big enough or good enough or permanent enough to put my kids in any place, to give my kids a room or to put cribs up or what have you. And again, Carolina asked about sleeping in the Kia. It's not a problem at all. It's not a problem. But but I can't house my children in my Kia. And I couldn't house them in the extended stay. So yes, a bed's a little more comfortable. And yes, I do miss having a coffee maker in the room. But is the slight upgrade in comfort and the coffee maker in the room worth the $60 a day I was spending when it wasn't getting me to where I wanted to go, which was having a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that was actually preventing me from getting there, preventing me from saving money and putting stress on me, and wasn't providing housing for my kids that I want. So my point is, I need a house because I want to bring, is the plan to do this until I save enough money for a rental? Start with a 1-bedroom maybe. No, because I don't think a 1-bedroom would fulfill my needs. I think it's important for me to have a 2-bedroom where I can have my kids have a room to spend the night. And if I got a 1-bedroom, I'd just be pushing my dream of having the kids be able to hang out extended periods of time. I need a place. They're 2. They're both 2. I mean, Augie's 3.5, but he acts like he's 2. You know, it's hard getting in and out of the car. I'll guarantee if anyone been there with a 2-year-old, it's a challenge. You got 2 of them. They're too big to carry, but they're too small to walk. So I got to bring out a stroller if I go anywhere. if I leave the car. And yeah, so it's hard. We went to not Popeye. Yeah, I think it was Popeye's Chicken last night. It was an ordeal. It was an ordeal. I think for all the single moms out there or single parents, or even if there's two of you, you're probably hesitant to leave the home with your 2-year-old. But if you had two of them, you probably never would. So I haven't had a home suitable for my kids for a while. And I want to get a home suitable for my kids. So somebody just asked, can't we all sleep in the same bedroom? I don't consider that a solution. I don't consider that I'd say that's a Band-Aid that puts me further away from what I want. And I'd be spending money and living in an inadequate, yeah. I don't think that's the right answer for me. I don't think that's the right answer. My kids are primarily with their mom. Yeah, and I mean, I want that to change, but I don't think me going into a one-bedroom and making it work would work. I'm twice divorced, and there was a time I had an apartment. It had a massive closet that fit a queen-size bed in, and I set that up as a bedroom for my girls. So something like that could work. Yeah, they certainly can share a room at 2 years old. They certainly can, and I think that they'd like it, and it'd be fun, and I could get 2 cribs in it. But either way, I'm going to need that. Because just picking the kids up and going from spot to spot, like last night, what'd we do? We went to the playground, which was fun. But again, at a playground with 2 kids and 1 parent, Augie likes to run. And Eve is getting kind of curious about what things are going. And they see a car over there and they go, "Weak car." And they want to walk towards it. And I mean, not only is it stressful, but it almost is, if they get any faster, it would be dangerous even, because I got to run after Augie and grab him before he gets too far away or Evie starts heading the other way. So I need it for my sanity and their safety and all of our well-being. And I don't think studio or a one-bedroom apartment will do it. And honestly, me staying in Makia, as much as people, Jeannie said single moms and dads do this every day. Don't overthink it. Perhaps they do. But I mean, I'm telling you, 2-year-olds is really tough. And those single moms and dads probably have a home and a confined space and a child-proof room to put them in. And I don't have a spot that is adequate to put them in. What is rent for a 1-bedroom versus a 2-bedroom? I'd say roughly a 1-bedroom in Naperville or in the area is about, Carolina said she was a single mom. It's not easy, but home is our safe place. Yeah. Yeah, for you single moms out there. You don't want to leave the house unless you have to. You don't leave the house unless you have to. Because you've got a walled off, safe, padded area where the kids can fall down and grab their toys and make a mess and scream and run and hit the walls and bounce off. But yesterday I went to the playground in Naperville. It was a beautiful playground. It was nice, a lot of stuff. There wasn't like toddler stuff, but either way it was nice. But you got to keep an eye on them. They both can climb, but they also can climb to the point they can fall. And as you guys know, playgrounds have little open gaps in the playground equipment with which a unsuspecting 3.5-year-old boy named Augie who happens to have Down syndrome might wobble off and fall and hurt himself. And so I think I got to be extra vigilant. I mean, obviously, it's hard to be extra vigilant. Hello again, with 2 little ones. I'm worried about their safety a little bit. Greg's saying local gymnastics have toddler open gyms. They're great. Yeah. No, I get it. There's a lot of places. Okay, see, Kennergy just brought up a good point. Can I visit with them one at a time? That's an interesting idea. That's an interesting idea, Kennergy. And that's one I hadn't really thought of, and I appreciate that. Because you guys know, I mean, to have two, you know, every stop I make, I got to break out the double stroller and put them in, you know, it's hard. You only leave the house when you have two toddlers when you have to. And I don't have a place to keep them other than taking them to here and taking them to the library and taking them to Popeye's Chicken. And with two, you know, getting them in and out, it's almost not safe. And that worries me. Yeah, Carolina says to run around for 2 hours is difficult because you don't have a place to be. You don't have a place to be that you go, okay, kids are safe, diapers are here, change here, TV there, toys over there, mess can be made all over. And that is what I'm working towards. So on the ride home, I'm thinking, okay, what do I gotta do? And I thought, I gotta make more money. I gotta get this 3-bedroom, 2-bath, split level, or something in the middle. I know. But it's my dream home. I like to dream. Carolina, good question. I don't know if 1 month will, but 1 week's put me on the better path. Does that make sense? Yeah. 1 week's put me on a better path and is giving me options and choices. And where I was staying at the extended stay, good question, Laura, but no, that's not possible. So, my thoughts were too, that I got to make more money to get this 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or a 2-bedroom. I know. But I really would like a yard. And here's what I think. Once I start making some real money, money's never going to be an issue again. And I think I'm at that tipping point here with Coffee with Ken, where I'm starting to see it be a little bit lucrative. It's gone from $50 a month in January to $400 a month in October. And I know $400 a month isn't a ton, but it's 8 times what I was making in January. And I think that growth rate is going to continue, and the 400 is going to become 1,000, going to become 5,000, going to become 10. And I don't do this for the money. I don't. I do this for free. I've done it for free for 5.5 years. But I'm also aware of what's going on and see the growth potential. And no, I've never been better at anything in my life than doing this, talking to a show about life. Because you guys all relate. A lot of you have probably had kids, have probably been frustrated and didn't know what to do because you had a toddler. I got 2 of them. And I'm in a car. So I can sacrifice the comfort of my bed or having a coffee maker at home because I know doing what I'm doing and cutting my costs is getting me closer to my dream. And yeah. When was the last time I got to see him? I think Silly Billy must have just tuned in. Hi, Daly. How are you? I'm pushing. Oh, okay. So on the ride home, I'm driving home going, not only is this fairly stressful because I got 2 kids running in separate directions no matter where we are. Like Evie will be nice, happy, playing in the library toy room. And then I see Augie running off thinking he's hilarious, running all over, investigating the library, and I'm following him, and then Evie gets curious and starts following and then starts heading in a different direction. I'm going, what do? Do you get leashes? Pull them back in? Same things at the playground, same thing as at the everywhere, but when they're strapped into a stroller or a car seat. Do I leave them in the car seats the whole time? Do we not get out of the car? I mean, I'm not joking. Do we just pretend it's a little camp out and keep them strapped in their car seat for a few hours every time I pick them up because they're safe and they're contained? I mean, I don't want to do that. But it's an idea, and I'm brainstorming here. So anyway, my solution, but it's an idea, and I'm brainstorming here. So anyway, my solution, but it's an idea, and I'm brainstorming here. So anyway, my solution was, and then I, well, what am I gonna do? My solution was, and then I, well, what am I gonna do? My solution was, and then I, well, what am I gonna do? Are you guys there? Are you there? I hope you're still there. So what am I gonna do? Oh, the ride home. Yeah, I'm back. I was trying to get back on the internet. For a little it said I'd had a bad connection. I'd lost connection on my phone. So I tried to flip onto the Wi-Fi here at the gym, but that was trouble. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Hello, Brian. So my goal was to make more money. And this, I don't want to get on a faith high horse at all, because I am not saying I am strong in my belief at all. But on the ride home, I thought, okay, I got to make more money to get the 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. And then I thought, well, what am I going to do until then? And I'll tell you, the only thing I could think of, and I don't mean to get on a religious or spiritual or Christian high horse, was Jesus. I kid you not. I kid you not. I don't read the Bible. I don't know how much I believe or what I believe in or this or that. But just the thought of having faith and believing in a higher power and that things are okay, and whether I believe it or not, that maybe Jesus Christ died on the cross for our sins, gave me some peace. Because I need to make more money. And now I can't work at the gym to make more money. That's not more money, that's less money. I need to make a lot more money. And to buy this home and to house my children in a way that I think befits them and it'd be safe for them and keep me sane. And my only answer was, okay, I got to think of something to do until I can afford that. And the only thing I could think of was Jesus. I kid you not. So here's to that. Here's to Jesus. Oh. Talk to my Heavenly Father just like my Father. What else did I write down? What else did I write down? I'm still stuck on the job. Become a pastor? I would say as far as becoming a pastor, rather than join a church or what have you, or somebody earlier said become a DJ or do a podcast. I think by doing this show, I'm living the pastor dream, if you will. Yes, it's not Sunday morning, and yes, I'm not sitting in a church or standing in a church or on a stage, but I'm still speaking my mind and my heart. And I think this is where my audience is. Well, you guys are working together to keep me on the FYP. Am I on the FYP? How long do I want to talk? How long have I talked? 7:35. I have an appointment, we'll just call it at 10:30. Start by preaching on street corners. No, Kim. I could preach here. If I wanted. I'm on the FYP. Isn't that fun? But it is kind of fun because my audience does grow every day. And they do seem to have an ability to connect with an audience on a wide range of topics, which feels good. And I have my little adventures. No, I don't have a GoFundMe, but I believe my Venmo is on my profile. So if you really want to donate, I could be a Bible salesman, somebody said. I've never even read the Bible. I tried. I mean, it was at a coffee shop one, I never really tried. But I said, how would it be to read the Bible? So I sat down, I opened it up because there was a bunch of books over here. Let me tell you, the Bible is very thick. The Bible is very thick. And, very thick. So. Did I get a better sleeping bag? Not yet. Tough to make 170 selling Bibles. Yeah, probably. And again, it's not about the money. I tell you what, I hope somebody gets some inspiration, and maybe somebody will laugh at me for suggesting it. I think you should chase your dreams. And chase your dreams. No matter what you're doing. And hopefully enjoy life and love hard and hurt hard and cry and feel. I don't know. That's what I'm doing. I was talking to my oldest daughter last night, and I worry a lot. Am I the dad these kids need, or the little kids, or did I do a good job raising my older girls? And I'll tell you what, my older girl's doing great and loves her dad a whole lot, and it feels good. That feels good. So I must have done something right with her. Obviously, her mama did something right too. But I had a hand in it, and I felt good about that, and I'm so proud of my older girls and how well they're doing. And Yeah. So maybe if I'm not the dad I dreamed of that was packing their lunch or tucking them in every night, I can still be the dad I need for even the little ones. Yeah. But the dad they need needs that 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with a nice soft padded basement and cribs set up in the room. My daughter's coming home on Friday for Thanksgiving break. That's why she called. And that's why she called. And we were making plans, and she wanted to go to church with me on Sunday, and I thought she meant the Sunday after Thanksgiving. So I took off the Sunday after Thanksgiving. I wait tables. And oftentimes I'll work at 10:15 on a Sunday morning to get the restaurant set up for the day. So I took off the Sunday after Thanksgiving, and she meant this Sunday. And I'm already working at 10:15 on this Sunday. But the way I figure it, church service is at 9 o'clock. They have a 9 o'clock service. And if I got out of church at 10:05, let's say, I could probably make it to my restaurant at 10:15 to 10:25. And if I'm 5 or 10 minutes late to my restaurant on a Sunday morning before it opens, when I'm doing the opening shift, and I'll have no problem getting it ready, I think my boss will be okay with that. And then I will get to go to church with my daughter, and she'll sit there and take notes. She'll take notes in her little pink Bible her mom got her. Beautiful. I will put my Venmo on my profile. If you'd like to donate, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not hitting anybody up. I'm not going to start a GoFundMe, but you bought me gifts and buying me roses. And when you do that, the social media platform's taking them. So I'll put that up in my profile when I'm done with the show. So I appreciate that offer. I appreciate that. That's nice of you. Thank you. Let's have some coffee. Here's to beautiful. But honestly, that isn't the long-term solution. I don't need money today. I don't need X number of dollars. I mean, you always need some more. But I need to build something that matters. I need to build something that matters. And I think I'm building something that matters and is sustainable by doing this show every morning. And if I got a lump sum of $10,000, that would be gone quickly. And again, I think I'm building something that matters doing this, and that feels pretty good for me. So the insulation's not as good as it used to be. They've switched from styrofoam cups to paper cups. But I don't know if this was a disjointed coffee with Ken. Perhaps that it was. Perhaps that it was. And that's okay. That's okay. Who is the better holiday cup design? Dunkin' or Starbucks? I don't know. I'd say Starbucks is red, so that puts it a little bit ahead. Looks like the child care is opening up soon. The woman just came in. They open up the child care, which I'm sitting across from at 7:45. Wonder how many kids come in there. I wonder how fun it is to play with. Wonder how much my kids would enjoy it. I bet they'd like it a lot. I bet they'd like it a lot. But again, that's just a place to stop, not a place to stay. And I need a place to stay for my kids, not a place to stop. Do I want to talk about the Starbucks cup controversy? I'm not familiar with it. I'm not familiar with any controversy regarding the Starbucks cup. How did I like it when Starbucks just did solid red cups? They gave me one, but I had no use for it. I don't want to hold on to it. I guess it's good for the environment if you do, but I didn't. And if I want a permanent cup, it's probably not going to be a Starbucks permanent cup. It'll probably be a Coffee with Ken cup. But anyway, again, it is, what is it? It's Wednesday morning. Beautiful. If you're curious, I will put up that Venmo on my profile in a minute. I appreciate the offer. But again, that's not the long-term solution. A long-term solution for me is building something that matters. And by me going live every morning, that's building something that matters. But yeah, I'm excited about my day. I'm excited about getting a quick workout in, getting a shower, going about my day, and seeing where it takes me, and posting some videos and growing my audience. The 3-bedroom house matters. It certainly does. But that's not going to come from a Venmo or a GoFundMe or any short-term fix. That's going to come from building something that matters. And I think I'm doing that here. So I want to thank you guys so much for joining on this Wednesday. I so appreciate you guys hopping on. I hope the connection was fairly good throughout most of my show. Sometimes it goes in and out. But I appreciate you. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye. I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.